I've mixed the lye solution and the oils at 200 Fahrenheit. At 200 Fahrenheit. I'm really sorry because for some reason the camera for a while was not filming, so this is what you've missed. Just I've heated the oils till between 200 and 220 Fahrenheit degrees, and the pre-measured water amount and lye. I added 2 tablespoons to the water before adding the lye solution, mixed it, and directly into the oils. You don't have to wait in this method for the lye solution to get cold, because your oils are already hot. Then I started mixing manually with the whisk for about 15 seconds. Then you need to use your stick blender in mixing. You keep mixing, and by the time you're mixing, the mix will get thicker, like a cake or something. So you keep mixing until saponification is complete, and you will know that when you have a volcano eruption in here. We keep mixing the oils and the lye solution till we get the volcano. We may face some separation, but this is normal because we are using a hot method, and we need just to keep mixing. And now here is a volcano, which means we started to have some saponification. And actually this method is a bit advanced for beginners, so if this is your time making soap, I actually don't recommend, because using the heat needs a lot of precautions unless you are taking all precautions mentioned. And this method I do really like, because it saves time, as you don't need to let the soap dry and cure. You can just use the soap once you put it in the mold and it's hard enough to cut. You can use them directly, because by the time you mold the soaps, they are already saponified. The saponification is complete, and you don't need to put them to cure. So I will just keep mixing with cautious, because I'm expecting another volcano soon, and you can notice that the mix is already boiling. So you have to be careful and stir it with a whisk every now and then, just to let the hot air out and not to have an overflow. Of course, using the stick blender expedites the saponification. And I need to scrap this. Look it. Of course, we need to keep all kids and pets away from the area of making soaps, just not to be distracted by anything. Safety first, please. I'm expecting another volcano, and I will tell you when not to expect any volcanoes, and to be sure that the soap is ready. We will notice a change in the texture and color, but mixing with the stick blender creates heat in the down layers. That's why we need to whisk. We need the whisk to get all the hair, all the hot air out. That's why we need goggles. The temperature now is very, very high, and if you want to measure it, it's now around 230 Fahrenheit. Also, using a digital thermometer is very important in this method, while you will not need it in the cold process or the hot process. You can just count on your measuring it yourself with your hands or something. For the cold process, I mean. Now we started to have complete saponification, and I can tell that from the areas I have transparent soap, because this is called the gel phase. And if you can see the volcano I'm having now, this is the only good volcano I can think of. Okay, I need to scrap this because I think I'm not going to use it anymore. Of course, using a crock pot helps in this because it remains hot even after turning it off, and this heat helps in the saponification process. This doesn't mean that if you are using a normal pot and on the stove or the cook you will need the heat. No, you still need to turn off the heat, but the thing is, maybe you will need to you need to work faster, of course, because it cools down really quickly, and maybe you will need to use the microwave. Now, with the saponification going on, we will notice that the mix is no longer a liquid. Need to cover it for a while until we get no volcano at all, then we can tell it's ready. There is another test, that is the ZAP test for the soap, and by it we are pretty sure that the soap is ready to be molded. I have prepared the green tea mix ahead of time. Here, I'll put it in another transparent. Here, it's the green tea mix. It's a bit dark because it's actually concentrated. I used 6 green tea bags in like 200 grams of distilled water, and that's why I was in the beginning working with 25% water discount, which is actually a very low water percentages. That's why the mix at this stage is quite thick. And now we need to test it, the ZAP test. The ZAP test is just here in the spoon. or the whisk you're using, you take a very small piece and cool it a bit, and then put it on your tongue. Just touch it with your tongue. Just touch it. Don't swallow it. Don't eat it. Just touch it. If it zaps, then it's still not ready and we need to whisk or blend more. If it doesn't, if it just tastes like soap, then we are good to go. Of course, just by experience, I know that the soap now is ready, and we really need to move really fast here because you see it started to cool down already and to make some pieces. So I've heated the green tea, and it's very good to heat it just to make the mix a bit liquidy now, so we can put it in the mold easily. And one more reason of why I like this process, because actually I feel you get all the benefits of the herbs and the things you're adding to the soap. Like if you are adding aloe vera gel or green tea or even rose water or any herbs, turmeric or anything, you still get the benefits because you add it after you already have the saponification and it is actually soap. So I feel in the cold process the lye burns the herbs I use, and I doubt we have any benefit then. We keep mixing till the tea is well mixed with the soap, and of course we will notice a change in color. This brown color will remain, but will turn lighter after the soap hardens. So now we are mixing all the tea, and we have all the benefits of the green tea in the soap, and it's now more liquidy. I've prepared my molds ahead of time. Let's bring them. I'm using these silicone molds. I will not need both of them, but and we need to spritz it with rubbing alcohol or medical alcohol because I couldn't find rubbing alcohol here in Doha. So now we are ready to put our soap in the mold. Looks pretty good. This spritz of alcohol helps us help the soap to stick to the mold. Sorry. Next time I think I need to just do this on the floor. This tap helps to get any bubbles we have in the mix out of the mold, not to have any bubbles on the soap. Fine. Now I like to decorate the top of the soap with these flowers, which I've prepared earlier from soap also. Just we need to spritz the soap top with alcohol to help the flowers stick and don't worry about adding alcohol to the soap, because actually it evaporates from the heat, because the soap is still hot. And these flowers make the top of the soap look pretty and nice, and they are also soap. I've made them with with any batch I make. There's some remaining soap that I use to make flowers and toppings for other batches. And these flowers are made also from different batches of green tea and mint soaps. And now we're done with this beautiful soap. Let's wait till it hardens and then we can proceed with cutting it. I hope you liked this video, and in that case I'll be very honored if you can subscribe and to our channel and give me a thumbs up to encourage me to do more videos in English. Thank you and see you.